you guys must think I'm Ricky Henderson or something. Let me bat leadoff so much, but I appreciate it. Uh, Hayden, I think I heard you say this on Sam Pittman's radio show. Maybe it was Grant, but I think it was you, about how you guys all compete to make tackles, like trying to outrun each other, I guess, to get to the ball and make a tackle. Do you remember saying that, or what's your take on that?
Yeah, I said that at the Catfish Hole one Wednesday night. But I mean, basically what I just meant is it's gotten to the point where if I feel like I'm not there to make the play, I know Grant's going to make the play or Bumper's going to make the play. And so I meant, it's a race to the ball because we're competing to make the play with each other.
And then, Reed Bauer, I don't know if you know, he played linebacker in high school. I don't know if you guys ever traded linebacker tips, but he's obviously punted well. And then he's, showing he can pass and run. And I think he made a tackle. What do you thought about him? I guess as kind of an all around player. People probably think punters, just punt, but he seems like he can do a lot of different things. Just wondering what you think about that aspect of his play.
Well, Reed's a really good asset for our team. And one of the best things that he does is he flips the field for us when he's punting the ball, gives us good field position. He's had a lot of really, really good punts this season. And then, to put the icing on the cake, he had the 2 fake field goals that were outstanding plays, highlights of our season.
Yeah, he had a tackle too somewhere along the line. So that must impress you, huh?
Yeah, I guess. Yeah. I didn't know he had made a tackle, but I'm gonna have to go look that one up.
Okay, thank you.
Budge.
Yeah, Hayden, I guess y'all added a guy in your position group today this week, and Hayden Henry. What have you in your impressions of him and how he's kind of adjusting to the college game as a guy that should be a senior in high school right now?
Yeah, he's doing great, and he's a good kid. He's got a good head on his shoulders. You can tell that he's really interested in learning the scheme and being around the guys, being in the locker room. So I'm really happy that he chose to spend 4 days with us where he could be at home, with his family, spending time with them. He wanted to be here practicing. So I think that's really cool.
Appreciate it.
Hey, now I wonder if you might get a little bit emotional after the game in Tampa, knowing that that's the final run for you and Grant, and you and he and Bumper have been together for a long time.
Yeah, it'll be a bittersweet moment. To be completely honest with you, I've accepted the fact that this is over with, and I think my body has also accepted that fact. That college football is now over after this game. It will be a bittersweet moment. I mean, these are some of the best memories of my life. And, playing this season, especially with Grant and Bumper, was extra special. It was a lot of fun.
I've gotten the sense that the Henry family, the Pools and Morgans are kind of close. I mean, they sit together in the stands and that kind of stuff?
I don't know if they sit together up there. I don't know how the tickets work. I think it's kind of random. But yes, our families are close. They do. We talk quite a bit. I love the Morgan family. I love the Poole family with all my heart. They're awesome people.
Awesome. And then, Arkansas's bowl history in Florida has not been great. I don't know if you're aware of it. And also history in the bowls against Big Ten teams. Do y'all have great motivation to kind of put an end to some of those things?
Yes, I do feel like we are motivated to play in the game. This is a huge opportunity for our program, one of the biggest that we've had in the last, you could say 10 years. So, yes, we are very motivated.
I think the last time we talked to you, you just won the Missouri game and weren't sure your bowl destination. Now you are. It's Florida. What does it mean to you maybe that to cap everything off that you guys play in a bowl of this level?
Well, it's really cool. And, Outback Bowl is a very prestigious bowl. A lot of people know what the Outback Bowl is. And, there's always good teams that play in it. And this year we're one of those teams. And so I'm excited to get to play against a very prestigious school like Penn State and a very big game in Tampa on New Year's Day. I think it should be a great environment. And, I'm really excited to go out there and just show what we can do one more time.
Appreciate you, Hayden.
Nate?
Yeah, Hayden, just how does Penn State's offense compare to some of the offenses you've seen this year?
They're a little different in the sense that they do a little bit more big personnel than a lot of teams that we played this year. So a lot of 12 personnel, 13 personnel. They have good running backs and really good tight ends that they trust a lot. And so they do like to line up at times and, run the ball in big personnels. And that's something we didn't see a ton this year. but we did see it a little bit. So that is a little different there. And then, you know, in the passing game, they have an outstanding 2 or 3 outstanding wide receivers who can make a lot of really good plays for them. So
Trey Williams out not playing, just what does this do to your pass rush? How do you all kind of compensate for that?
yes, it's a bummer. It's a bummer losing Trey, and you know, I really wish the best for him. And it's an unfortunate situation. We're going to really miss him a lot down there in Florida. But Trey's an outstanding player, and he will be missed on Saturday against or on the game in the game against Penn State. But the bottom line is, I mean, we have to play the game, and the bottom line is we have to find 2 defensive ends who want to go out there and rush the passer and be effective at it. We're not going to sit here and, you know, wish that we had Trey back and, you know, gloat about it and be all worried about it. We need guys to step up and play, and we have those guys on our team that can do it, and they will do it. I have faith in that.
You've seen Zach Williams the last couple of years. Just how do you feel about him heading into this game?
Well, I feel great, just like I do every game, because he's a baller. He plays with a really high motor, and he plays really hard, and he'll do it for 4 quarters. He's not afraid of contact, and you know, when you get him on an edge, he can win a one-on-one with a tackle. So,
Thank you.
Scotty.
Yeah, Hayden, I guess I know it's still 1 game to go, but to this point, what's been maybe the most enjoyable moment or part of this season for you?
the highlight of my season was beating LSU, just because when I was growing up, we lived in Atlanta, and we used to come back every Thanksgiving and watch LSU play the Hogs. And it was at War Memorial a lot of times. And that game was so special to me. Definitely the highlight of my season, getting to win the boot finally and beat LSU.
You mentioned that, your body, just over the course of time, you're really feeling it now. I mean, how tough is that to just week after week, just kind of gear up to play, no matter kind of how your body's feeling?
It's tough, and I get used to it a little bit, I think, just kind of always having the aches. I don't know, you get through, your body can adapt and it gets used to it, but it does get tired and worn down. And 12 games in our league can definitely hurt your body and break you up pretty good. So we had some time off. I feel a lot better right now. I really do. I feel great. So I'm excited.
All right, Bob, Ricky Henderson.
Yeah, Hayden, you guys were 2 linebackers, I guess, pretty much all the time, but you had 3 really good linebackers to rotate. How much did that help that you got? I know you played a lot and got a lot of hits. You talk about being beat up and stuff, but how much did it help that you guys had 3 guys for those 2 spots that you could rotate, have a nice 3-man rotation for 2 spots?
It helped a lot. And one thing I think it helped with most was just, on long drives when we could sub each other in, because in the past, it's basically you're just out there for the whole drive. You have to stay in. And so we did a really good job of rotating. So Grant would come in or Bumper would come in. We'd all stay fresh, so we're not out there playing tired. I think that was something that was a really big advantage for us with having all 3 of us, is that we could play. There was really never a point where we weren't out there feeling fresh. If we were tired, one guy was getting subbed out. So it was really beneficial for us.
And that was such a nutty situation early with the targeting. I mean, you had the thing that none of us remembered from last year, but then I don't know if the officials adjusted or what, but no targeting in a long time. How good was that you guys got through that weirdness, and then that it wasn't an issue the rest of the year?
It's very good, because it's tough. It's a tough penalty. When you get that one will stick with you for a minute. So the first 2 games were 2 or 3 games were pretty foggy for us, because at least one of us was out for some substantial amount of time with one of those penalties. And then, I just thought we played pretty fundamentally sound, and we tackled well at times during the season and avoided some of those sticky situations on quarterbacks, things like that.
Hey, thanks, man. Merry Christmas.
Thank y'all.